Connections TV. My name is PaulVin, and I'm here to talk to you about the original democracy invented by Africans that has been actually destroyed by the West. Oh, excuse me. Kindly hold on for me, please. All right, so this one is going to be short, right? Now, I mean to make you understand that Africans invented democracy. I mean to make you understand that Africans invented democracy. Now, by the end, or at the end of this video, you will know what democracy is according to the African sense and how it worked perfectly. Okay, so forgive me if I'm making such unusual pauses. I'm at a construction site, overseeing some construction work, and once in a while I have to peep around and see. Okay, so this is how Africans invented democracy. Yusuf was here, some. Okay, Yusuf, you're welcome. So the original democracy that is in the spiritual world is monarchy. Not the monarchy practiced by the West. The original democracy in the spiritual world is monarchy. And African systems are founded on the spiritual systems. So what Africans know about the spiritual world, that's what Africans try to bring it down here on earth. Catch it. That's what Africans try to bring down here on earth. Excuse me, I'm here with my the dwarf energy, and then she's trying to signal for my attention. I don't know. Catch it. What's it? Assembly. Sit down. Why? Okay, sorry, please. So the original systems in the spiritual world, that's what Africans look on and bring in the physical world. Now, how is it done? I told you, if you listen to my video about the high bonds and the low bonds and the middle class, I told you that there are rulers of the realms who are gods, and they are able to incarnate on earth as high bonds. When they incarnate on earth, they are the rulers of this world, kings, priests, and when they go wayward, they become prophets. And some of them are also seers, right? The seers and the herbalists, they all fall in the same category. Those that are able to hear spirits talk, those that are able to see spirits, all right, those are the high bonds. Okay, now how did they invent democracy? The monarchy of the spiritual world that Africans brought here on earth. This is how it worked. Now, among the various families in a community, Kache won't allow us. Oh, my brother, Kache is here. Kache, Yusuf says hi. Yusuf is what you. Okay, Yusuf, Kache says, good response to you. Okay, so the original democracy, among the high bonds, all right, there is always the greatest in a spiritual kingdom. There is always the greatest among the rulers of a spiritual kingdom. When that greater ruler of a spiritual kingdom incarnates, they mostly incarnate through the royal bloodline to come and rule on earth too, in a particular community. All right? Okay, so when those mighty rulers of the realms incarnate through the royal bloodline, then we know that the royal throne awaits them. Mostly, they never incarnate as firstborns. They are either the second, third, or the lastborn, but never firstborns, unless they are the only child. If the ruler or the current king only give birth to the only child, then that child would be one of the highborns as a ruler. But if the king has many children, then the next ruler will never be the firstborn. The next ruler will be among the second, third, or the lastborn, right? And mostly a male child. Now, as for the higher realms, the energies could incarnate into either male or female. It doesn't really matter. Okay? Okay. So, as the almighty ruler of the realm incarnates as the supreme ruler in the community, then among the various families that exist in the spiritual kingdom, they will also incarnate some of their rulers into their various families. So the king will need elders to rule it. And these elders must come from the various families in the community. So we go to the community and pinpoint those spiritual rulers that have been incarnated, the highborns in the community. Mostly, those are the storehouse caretakers. We normally call them in Akan language, Nkonyahene, storehouse chief or storehouse caretakers. So we select them. They are mostly chosen by divination, not just by family coming together to reason. No, by divination, the spirit will choose them and put them on the throne. So these people are chosen as elders to help the king rule. Sometimes they may even be older than the king. But in an Akan adage, we have this adage in Akan that before a child will be born, elders will be alive. Before a child will be born, elders will be alive. And if you go to your community and you see a child sitting on a chair and you see elders sitting on the floor, don't talk. Because you may not know who the child is. We do not really measure old age or our wisdom with old age, even though it's part of our community system that when you are old, you must be accorded respect. But for us, whatever the energies say is final, right? So we go to the various families. If the families are 10 in the community, we will pick thrones from each of the families into the palace, and we will pick rulers from those families to come and sit on these thrones as elders, and we will give them titles. So these elders in the king palace represent the views of their families. So when there is an issue, the family meets in a caucus meeting, and what the family will discuss, that's what the leader, the Nkonyahene, right, the storehouse caretaker, will go to the palace and go and represent the views of his or her family. Okay? So that's the system of the spiritual world incarnated into the physical world. Alright? And the king, even though he is supreme, the views of the elders, very important. The king cannot always override the views of the elders. It is never possible. When the elders come against the king, they can come together and remove the supreme ruler. And then when the elders reject the supreme ruler, their energies will also reject the supreme ruler and pick a new ruler. How do they reject the supreme ruler? In English, they call it vote of no confidence. Right? Vote of no confidence. Some also call it impeachment. Right? Vote of no confidence is with prime ministers, and impeachment is with presidents. It's also done in Africa. That's how they do it. When they meet in the palace having a meeting, then the elders will gather and remove the footwear of the king. When the footwear of the king is removed, then that's it. When the footwear of the king is removed, then that's it. Impeachment has been withheld. Then later, they will meet. They will have a meeting over the impeachment of the king. And they adjudicate matters. If the king loses, that's it. He is no more a king. Then they consult the energies and choose another. By that time, when a king is born, there will already be another king on the throne. So anytime a king is leaving, a king is ready to ascend. You get it? So this is the democracy that Africans invented, whereby each family is represented and they are sworn into office, whereby we don't let them use Bible, we let them use the horse tail or an energy installed in something portable. You hold it and you pledge your allegiance to the throne. If you mess up, sickness for you, divine sickness. If you mess up, divine death. If you mess up, you can even go mad, crazy. So the old rulers of Africa were always on point, and community members were always genuine, because if I drop my money and you take it, and I come back asking for my money, and you tell me that you didn't take it, I won't say anything. I may not even go to a nation to go and do anything, but the gods will punish you automatically. You dare not come to a community in Africa in the olden days, just about 20 years ago, and you want to mess up the community. You want to steal, you want to catch people and kill them, you want to commit robbery. It never happens. In my village, let me use my village as an example. I come from a village in the Ahafo region in Ghana, known as Mem. It's called Mem because the place was a palm plantation before my ancestors went to stay there, right? In that village, it is overseen by a mighty god known as Membo. It's a stone mountain, and the energy inhibits the mountain. I presume it to be a dwarf energy, right? Now, anytime that anybody is about to enter into the town and the person is known to be or is presumed to be a criminal, this energy will possess a human body and go and stop the person at the outskirts of the town. The person will never get access to the town. This is how disciplined African communities used to be, because the energies were very activated. Until the people of the village began to do in the name of Jesus on parks at night. It's not that the name of Jesus carry any power, but these energies like serenity. They like calmness in community. They don't like noise. The moment you begin to make unnecessary noise, when it is not time to make noise, they leave. They go away. So the energy began to leave the community. And today, as I'm talking about, we are talking today, you go into the bushes and you find dead bodies. People have murdered people, buried in the bushes, covered with herbs in the bushes. All right? In the olden days, just about 20-25 years ago, this would never happen. Whoever did that, the energies will make sure they punish you. Until you confess, you will never know peace. But today, it's not like that. Why? Because we have deserted the energies and the system that they gave us. And this one continues to hunt us and hunt us and hunt us. So anytime that any elder of the palace must be replaced, we go to the energies and do divination. Then the energies will pinpoint who is deserving to sit on the throne, after which whoever has been removed from the throne or dethroned. So our systems were connected to the divine. We never did anything with just our mentals. We consulted the astral world first. All right. So I'm missing now that my time is up. I only came live for about 13-14 minutes. As I said, I'm here on the consulting side. I wanted to do this quickly. This one is not done yet. I'll have to come back later and continue what I started. You know, PaulVin, anything I start, I finish. So thank you, whoever joined me this live. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to share. Michelle, thank you for sharing this, the forgetting knowledge. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I'll come back again maybe tomorrow. All right, we will talk more. For now, let me say bye to you.